Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, they call me Michael. I'm here to. I'm been in the trucking industry for about 20 years, driving, and I'm just showing my thoughts and reacting to certain news when it comes to trucking. So within that, let's go ahead and react to this video. All right, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and let's get it. Let's get it.
Good morning, everyone. I am here with Jesse Elison. He is our chief counsel at FMCSA. We're here to talk about, I think, a critical issue, important issue in regard to the safety of our roadways. Because we have a government system designed to keep American families on the road safe, but that system has been compromised. I'm talking about non-domiciled commercial driver's licenses that are issued across the country. So in plain English, this is a license to operate a massive 80,000-pound truck that's being issued to foreign drivers who are not U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents. The process for issuing these licenses is absolutely 100% broken. It has become a threat to public safety, and it is a national emergency that requires action right now. This isn't fear.
Okay, so he's saying that we don't we I don't so my thing is this. If you're illegal has a if you're here to just work, pay your taxes, and you're here illegally, but you're driving safe, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. I don't want to go too much in detail about that because I don't want nobody to be like, "Oh, you're a far left or a far right." But if I'm here to make a living and I am driving correctly and I speak English and I can see and understand the different signs, I don't have a problem with them driving as long as they're safe.
Mongering. This is a serious business that entails American families and their lives. So this year alone, a series of horrific fatal crashes have been caused by dangerous non-domiciled CDL drivers. So I want to go through a couple of
I agree with that.
examples. Pull the first one up here. On March 14th in Texas, a truck driver failed to brake and crashed into a long line of traffic. This caused a 17 vehicle pileup that killed 5 people, including 2 children, and 11 were hospitalized.
Yes, I think I did a video about that. And yeah, I I'm I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, Duffy. I'm with you.
A post-crash investigation revealed a history of unsafe lane changes, ignoring traffic signs, and multiple violations of hour of service rules.
Okay, so I'm wondering how would they know about ignoring the traffic signs? How would he know that? Unless now the violations are something different. But from my understanding, DOT can't see if I'm running a red light or if I'm running a stop sign. They can't see that. But the violations, could that is it him or is it the actual company that he's working for? Because some of these companies are shady.
I want to go to slide 2 here. On May 6th in Alabama, a driver with less than 6 weeks of experience slammed his tractor and trailer into 4 vehicles stopped at a red light. He killed 2 people and he injured 4. He had previously failed his skills test for speeding and his skills test. The crash occurred on just his 3rd day of employment with his carrier.
Um, Skills test. I don't remember taking a skill. Wait, speeding. Yeah. Okay. All right. I get it. Third day, you already killed someone. That's yeah. He going to jail. He's not. Yeah. I, Duffy, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
And my third example, this, of course, was the fatal car crash in Florida
Yep.
earlier this summer,
I
and
covered that
many
too.
in the media
Another
had
video.
reported on that. On August 12th, the driver who had attempted an unauthorized U-turn on the Florida Turnpike caused this crash. It caused a minivan to crash into his trailer, killing 3 people.
Yep.
The driver had a prior speeding ticket and was non-proficient in English. He had previously been issued a CDL improperly by the state of Washington. He now faces multiple counts of vehicular homicide and manslaughter. So again, in each of these tragedies,
That one, I agree with. I mean, what can you say, bro? You made a U-turn. You don't speak English that good. Like, what do you do? Like, what's really going on? That is a problem. That is what you need to be cleaning up. That last part, yes. The other two is a little suspect only because anybody could kill someone within 3 to 4 or 6 weeks of getting their CDL. Anybody. I've seen it happen in my own eyes. I've had a few coworkers got into a wreck. They hurt themselves and hurt the pedestrian in the car. And I don't know if he ever got his CDL back. I don't know. But that was 15 years ago. So, but that last one, the Florida, that's ridiculous. They need to clean that up for sure.
the drivers were non-domiciled. We have an obligation to keep the American people safe, and that requires action today. That's why under President Trump's leadership, we have launched a nationwide audit of non-domiciled CDLs to get to the bottom of what we think is causing this crisis. We've heard from truckers and safety advocates and news reports that something was seriously wrong. It was alleged that the open border policies of the last administration has led to an exploitation of our nation's trucking licensing system.
I can see that.
So today, I'm here to tell you after our audit that those reports, they're all true. What our audit has already discovered should anger every single American. So here's what we've learned. I just want to walk through it. First, our audit revealed a systemic breakdown among states to follow the law and issue licenses properly. States are failing to follow even the most basic procedures. We even uncovered widespread procedural errors, computer programming flaws, and a gross lack of oversight in the states that issue CDLs.
Okay.
This means that thousands of licenses that should never have been issued actually were issued. States
Probably
are
right.
issuing licenses that extend months and even years beyond a driver's lawful presence in the U.S. This is a
In my opinion, that means that we are unable to keep up with the demand when it comes to the loads, and they're trying to hire outside and for cheaper rates. That is the reason. So this is why this is a good thing for me. Is there going to be more jobs available for us truck drivers? Because y'all know I've been laid off. On top of that, it will give us room to grow and even have our own truck, because if they do that, we're talking probably thousands of jobs and thousands of people who can't speak English that's going to be off the road. There's going to be more money on top of that. The loads may go up because of that. There's a lot of drivers, including me, say that is the reason why the loads are so low, because the open border policy, they're coming in and they're just taking loads for cheap. So we're going to see how this this pans out.
direct incentive to stay in our country illegally beyond their authorized work permit. They have driver's licenses. So in some disturbing cases, they have failed to validate a driver's lawful presence before handing them a commercial license. It's deeply disturbing, but even worse. Our second finding was that the current federal regulations are allowing dangerous, unqualified drivers on American roadways. This means that even when the rules are being followed, dangerous individuals who shouldn't be near a big rig are getting behind the wheel and causing crashes on our roadways. Eligibility requirements are deeply flawed and they're way too broad. They are simply not strong enough to prevent more of these horrific crashes from occurring in America. The system, it's failed, and it's a national emergency.
Okay.
So the combination of a catastrophic failure of states to follow the law and a broken system has created an imminent hazard to American travelers. That is why today I'm announcing two immediate major actions. Number one, we're issuing an emergency rule that fundamentally overhauls who is eligible for a non-domiciled CDL. These tighter federal standards, they're going to keep Americans and families safe on our roadways. Now, this is not a proposal. This is a final rule, and it is effective immediately. Jesse's going to go through those details in just a little bit, but here's the bottom line. Non-citizens will not be eligible for a CDL unless they meet a much stricter set of rules. Second, all states must immediately pause the issuance of non-domiciled CDLs until they can comply with our new rules. My message, it's very simple.
Damn, how do I cut that off? Damn it. I'm recording. What the hell am I doing? I am Whoa, I just messed this whole thing up. Pause. Let me pause this.
From occurring in America. The system, it's failed, and it's a national emergency. So the combination of a catastrophic failure of states to follow the law and a broken system has created an imminent hazard to American travelers. That is why today I'm announcing two immediate major actions. Number one, we're issuing an emergency rule that fundamentally overhauls who is eligible for, this is a final rule, and it is effective immediately. Jesse's going to go through those details and pause the issuance of non-domiciled CDLs into compliance now, or we'll pull funding and we'll force you into compliance.
You'll pull funding.
Nowhere in the country have we found a more egregious licensing situation than in the state of California. That's why the second action we're announcing today is an additional enforcement action against California. So for 2 weeks, FMCSA investigators were on site in California actually looking at their records. So we took a random sample. Investigators found that more than 1 in 4 non-domiciled CDLs were issued in direct violation of federal safety standards. So let's just put that another way. Over 25% of these licenses, they were issued illegally. So let me give you some examples.
I'm not even going to say anything about that. If you're issuing licenses illegally just to get by, just to put you in a truck, you should be banned. You should go to jail. Y'all, yeah, get that mess out of here. You cannot do that in this. You can't. You can't.
So on this slide, this is driver PND from Brazil. So California gave him a CDL with endorsements to drive a passenger bus and a school bus that was valid for months after his legal presence in the U.S. had expired. They put an authorized driver in a position to transport our kids on a school bus well beyond their date of work authorization. Number two, this is driver JHB, a citizen of Mexico who is ineligible for a non-domiciled CDL.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican and Canadian drivers, or citizens, I should say, are not eligible for a U.S. CDL. California gave him one anyway, with a doubles and triples endorsement that expires more than 3 years after his work authorization ends. And so to be clear, we have a special relationship with Canada and Mexico, where if you're a citizen of one of those countries, you have to get a CDL in Mexico or in Canada. You can't come to the U.S. and get a U.S. CDL. So this license completely violates the rules, number one. And number two, expires after the work authorization. So 2 violations with this license. The third example, this is driver MOC, who is also ineligible as a Mexico citizen. California issued that license that expires more than 4 years after his work authorization ends. Again, another example where the clear rules say this driver should not have a license. And example number 4, this is driver ASV from Honduras.
Hey, I'm with Duffy, man. Sean, I'm with you, bro. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican. All I care is about safe driving. And people who drive need to be qualified. That's it.
DMV had no evidence it even bothered to validate his lawful presence before issuing a commercial license with tanker and double triples endorsements. So again, they don't even validate that he has a work authorization and should be issued a license in the United States, and California issued that license anyway. The work document that they had on file had been expired for 4 years, and they issued the license anyway. They didn't know if he was here illegally or not. They didn't validate it. They didn't verify it. It's shocking, and this is an unacceptable failure. It shows a reckless disregard for safety in California, and they should be ashamed of themselves. So California has 30 days to fix this. And by the way, we all know this, but if you get a CDL in California, you don't stay in California. You can drive nationwide. And so those California licenses are driven on roads in every single state in this country. And again, putting American families, American drivers at risk because of the bad action in California.
Okay.
If California doesn't comply, we're going to withhold federal highway funds. It's going to start at $160 million in the first year. We're going to double that in year 2. I want to close with this. This is not the ending. This is just the beginning. Our team identified non-domiciled CDLs that were issued improperly in Colorado, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, and in Washington. Those states should know that enforcement actions against them are forthcoming. And we expect the list of states to grow as our nationwide audit continues. So to every other state, consider this your notice. Fix your system, fix your rules, comply with the law. Every governor must immediately begin a top to bottom audit of every non-domiciled issued CDL in your state. And if you find any license that was not issued properly, revoke it, get rid of it. Keep your streets safe, all of our streets safe. Bring your programs into compliance. You do not want the blood of more traffic deaths on your hands, governors. You do not want that. Now, I want to go through these details further. And again, Jesse Elison is our chief counsel at FMCSA, and he'll walk through those details right now. Thank you.
I am going to react to that as well. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I'm gonna say this. Bye. Listen, if you get your CDL and you're an illegal and you don't know no English and you don't know what's going on, can't read no signs, you don't know how to do certain things, and you out here driving, you should be put in jail. Plain and simple. So just know, drivers, Should be a lot of jobs going to be opening up. So you guys be safe on that road. I love you guys. Peace.